yes, 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 yes. Take your seat, girl. Money God, I got your name. Wow, a lot of gift. For you. Take your Lexi, what's you? Take your look out. Gang, 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 gang. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, 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 yes. Ice cream so good. Slay, huh? Yes, 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 yes. Yes, yes.
Yeah. Did you see a story here? Because I did. Let's talk about it. Hi guys, I love stories. Hope you too. And today we are talking about cyberpunk, which came to us from the unexpected perspective. Let's talk about the fragment from the start. For those who don't know, as I didn't know till recently, this girl is one of the most popular NPC streamers on TikTok, and audience watch this live, sending emotions in their chat, as I understood, because I basically don't use TikTok, so sorry if I'm wrong. And she reacts in live format, voicing over each of the emotes and interacting with her audience. And here, important to mention that I'm not interested in making fun of them, telling about, oh my god, we are going to die, everyone, humanity is on the edge of extinction because look at how stupid they are paying money for this crazy stuff. No, basically I'm interested only in stories, and I've seen some a little bit disturbing story in all this stuff. However, from some information which I received from internet, these people are like doing this few hours in a row, so there's impressively strong work ethics and just a basic dedication to the job. For me personally, who's streaming like 2-3 hours in a row without like a lot of activity, just going through the stories of the video games, it sounds really impressive, because when you see like people doing this stuff non-stop for multiple hours without a break, of course they sometimes, as I understood, they are breaking their character, but for me honestly it just looks like another money vending machine for monetization. And people who were making fun about this particular creator, who was telling, I'm finally the person who I always wanted to be, and they're like, you are a crazy person or something like that. I like to look into the things a little bit deeper, at least when I have a possibility like that. And for me it looks obvious that she was talking not about making stupid TikTok reactions or something like that, but about making money and presumably increasing her social status, making her an independent woman, like she'll have this quote in her like stream always. Yeah, from the content creator standpoint, I totally understand them, and I have like zero complaints about them, because someone pays money for that. It doesn't differ from any other job in most cases, and it's really hardly monetizable, because they are making like some kind of crazy amount of money. Like this particular creator, she's making around 200k in 1 week or something like that. Of course there is like involved OnlyFans, all that stuff. No, I want to talk about story of this all in perspective of our society, and how it ties to technology and all these modern narratives. So what is the main idea of cyberpunk and like the visit card of the genre? It's simple quote, high tech, low life. In most of books, games and all kind of stories in this subgenre, everything was tied around technology and human life. So in most cases we have the situation when there is like highly evolved technology, and which allows people to really like unbelievable things. Everything is ruled by corporations, most cases, of course. Usually displayed like enormous amount of people are living under the edge of economical sustainability, so they are not just poor, they are freaking broke, and usually it's displayed like favela looking ghettos where enormous amount of people striving to survive, whereas like there is the other part of the world which is kind of elitary people who have resources, economical stability, and they are basically ruling the world. So this disparity between rich and poor is like visit card of cyberpunk. So how the heck I tied this like cringe story about NPC streamers to cyberpunk? You wonder. I also wondered, so it took some time for me to digest this idea. Because from my point of view, internet brought us this particular low life paradigm in very weird, unexpected way. What do I mean? Of course, like free-flowing information, kind of free-flowing, has a lot of benefits. We can talk to each other like from the different points of the world. We can do a lot of stuff online. We can get education. We can transfer money. We can make business. We can do a lot of stuff. However, all this changed our psychology a bit, and gave birth such phenomena like Twitter wars, cringe or crazy TikTok trends, because this one is not like something special. This particular these NPC streamers, they are not doing something like unbelievable or maleficent, you know. They are not hurting anybody, like at least physically or mentally. I would argue about that, but come on, someone pays money for that. Even like from a standpoint that it's encouragement of parasocial relations with the streamer, etc. You can argue about that because your internet usage is your responsibility. Internet usage of your kids, however you want to like blame ping pong, also your responsibility, because those little people were brought to this world by you. So if you have some problems with that, I guess you can do some work on this field. Imagine enormous amount of people who are living in big cities, big society, maybe with families, maybe even with their partners, and still they are feeling lonely. They are craving for connection, basic human interaction, for attention. They are craving for acceptance. Do you get my point? Let me evaluate this even more. We are social species as Homo sapiens, smart human. Okay? And we were designed to be highly cooperative, work in group. If you are interested a little bit in psychology, you might heard about Dunbar number. It's like number of different levels of human interactions, like social contacts, social network. We have like different tiers for every type of connection: close friends, families, relatives, person who we met once like somewhere in Walmart or something like that. And this number is basically around 250. However, today we are living in the world where we can interact with thousands, hundreds of thousands of people, and still, at least due to a lot of statistics from the recent researches, a lot of people feel lonely, feel depressed, anxious, and exhausted because of comparing themselves to other people from Instagram, models who are not even once photoshopped most of their photos, like those 300 photos made to choose just one. Yeah, we are not designed for such immense amount of information. Our brain today receives more input than like our ancestors 200-300 years ago didn't receive like 1 month or even 1 year. Depends on your social status, you know. Of course we can like argue about it. Maybe they had like totally different stuff. Maybe they received some information from viewing the nature and checking how this squirrel interact with that squirrel. Okay, let's not build like extra entities. Use some Occam razor and let's be a little bit objective about it. From my point of view, this story is about cyberpunk already subtly came to our lives without us noticing it, because low life in some part doesn't have to mean like really low economical status or something like that. We can have low life in social regards, social connections, basic satisfaction of ourselves, our self-image, and the most elementary human interactions. Because obviously most of the users who trying to make this like type of content, some of them are craving to make money, some of them are craving for attention, which is also a questionable situation, but okay. I guess it's mostly about money, at least in those people who are really making money on this. And some of them just want to jump on the train and also get a chunk from the big pie. However, there are a lot of people who are watching this type of content, and for some, I guess for most of them, it will be just like a funny interaction. But it's the same like with this meme of simps. You know, I don't like this word because there's a whole story about that, because for me it's clearly that one side of the story, like the streamers, content creators who are making money on this, they totally understand that what the other part wants from them. They want like attention, they want interactions, and they want some type of understanding and acceptance. So this whole creates very disturbing dynamics between people who are interacting mostly through the internet. And at the same time, we have this emerging conversation about people struggling with mental health, self-acceptance, with self-image. Do you get my point about low life and cyberpunk and this particular story? That's interesting because the further technologies go, the more situations like this emerge. Recently we had first like release of AI girlfriend based on, as I understand, large language models and some kind of Midjourney image generators or something like that. And people non-ironically already using these services to satisfy just a basic needs for human interaction, forgetting that we are social species, and human interaction doesn't necessarily mean like just texting each other. It's usually a little bit more. And I understand like the problem from the standpoint from those people who are feeling lonely and who are using these services and watching these streams. I also were in really dark places in my mind, and I understand that there are some emotions and some feelings which you just at some point you can just control it, And a lot of people who might be drawn in this vortex of parasocial relations, unfortunately, it will not satisfy any of their real needs and will not bring any type of fulfillment. So, yeah, that's the story which I've seen in this whole situation. Of course, I'm mainly interested in stories because, like, our universe, our society, and all our multicultural world is built around stories brought from our ancestors till today, and everything what is happening today will be brought to our descendants as legacy, and it will go on and on and on to the next generations. Something like that. I hope you enjoyed my mental gymnastics around this story, and see you next time.